Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included here in the Ultimate Base 4.0. Man, I'm already enjoying this so much. The beginning of a new world is just always the best thing to me. The game runs smoothly, usually you have an overview of what's going on. Well, let's just keep going. First of all, by replacing this battery. I would like to see this gone first. Whoa, wait a second. We haven't even researched the other battery. I need to do this first. Whoops, my bad. We're gonna go all the way through to the coal generator probably, so we already have that researched. There's a large coal deposit right here we can take advantage of. I think this might be the only one, so we cannot really go overboard with it. The outdoor renovations achievement is out of the way. Construct a building outside the initial starting biome. We're now harvesting our first bog buckets. Are they? Yeah, they're already going into the ration box, and because we have a high priority, Meep should be taking care of that. And yes, indeed, that is exactly happening. Wonderful. Just look at Meep. He's going absolutely insane with tidying. I love it. He was absolutely the perfect candidate. We got the first research now, so that means we can deconstruct the battery and get a jumbo battery in place. Oh, that actually went really quickly. So you can kind of prepare the deconstruction of a battery by cancelling it at the very last second. Curious, every time I start a new playthrough, I notice these little things. Nisbet is currently enjoying her meal, and that makes Amari go on the hamster wheel, which doesn't make any sense without a battery. So I'm gonna increase that priority, and then somebody should be building that battery. Yes, very good. Okay, we also have a new skill point here for Jean, analyzing the volcanoes or analyzing space. What is more pressing right now? Well, until we get the next skill point, probably nothing is pressing. So I'm gonna get into field research rather. Good, looks like we can take apart the rest right here, and then we need to make sure the sludge press is actually standing on something. I would like this to be mesh tiles in the future. We'll exchange them in due time. Oh yeah, Nisbet is just going to town, holding her breath. I love her. She's my favorite dupe so far. Oh no, Nisbet, you are not my favorite dupe anymore. Why did you do that? Well, in this case, I think what we should do is abandon this project here, get rid of this pitcher pump as well. Do I have a way back? Yes. We're gonna allow all the liquid to drain, mop it up, and then we're gonna produce new fresh water. Nisbet earned another skill point. Obviously, we're gonna take super duper hard digging, and now we should be able to, well, we could already have upgraded to the tier 3 we had previously. There it is, another research completed, and we got access to the coal generator and the wood burner. Now, what might be interesting as well, all the way down here, we might want to go ahead, unlock the lights as well as the automation wire. I think I might be very interested in that. We can also create refined materials out of the cobalt. So maybe we already get started on that, and we also get additional sand from that. I totally forgot about it. So let's go ahead and do that. 50 crafts. We're gonna waste a little bit of cobalt with this process, but in the beginning, this is a very easy way to acquire refined materials. I just saw Amari is operating a little bit too frequently, so I'm gonna downgrade that. I want mostly Jean to take over for the operating. Eventually, once there is nothing to research anymore, Jean is gonna be the main operator, or one of the main operators at least. And so I think I'm also gonna decrease that for Nisbet for the time being. Okay, let's have a quick look down below here. We got the cobalt volcano, and I just see one thing that is concerning here, the abyssalite that is touching the next biome. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a problematic area, and we might want to mark that off. I want some insulated tiles right there, just so that we have no accidents. The rest of the crust here seems to be intact, so it's really just this area. I just wanted to make sure before we actually open up this area and fill it with a whole bunch of different liquids. Yeah, just this entire area here at the bottom, I'm gonna open up, and we're gonna do even one more layer, just like that. This way I can also grab a lot of coal that we then can use to power our systems. For now, I really don't mind Jean using the hamster wheel because it makes them better at operating. Amari with the next skill point, I'm gonna put that into critter ranching already. Right now we're not doing any ranching, but we could get started with the pacu and maybe even with the puffs. I've never really done anything with them. And I would like to do something with all animals, even if it's just for a showcase. Oh, and of course, let's not forget about the plug slugs. We could actually make them useful to us by ranching them. We could, for instance, add another layer here, and we're just gonna make a 3 high room or something. Add a airflow tile. No, actually, let me see. I might want to trap a certain gas here at the top. I'm not yet sure, but we can have some doors here and there, and this would be our ranch for the plug slugs that we then can use to generate some power overnight. In the meantime, I want to keep going here with my water reserves. Now we need to be careful. Do I need water immediately? Probably, for some research. So I kind of want to emphasize on this area and get things cleaned up. Research completed, we got access to the lamp and the ceiling lights. The ceiling lights definitely need to go into the bathroom, so you get some of this shebang and maybe some of this. Can I cover everything? I think I need to cover the right tile, but we will have to check on that. This we can still possibly do with our wire that we have going on. Let's just lead that through the ceiling and power up these lights. We might want to do the same thing here with the mess tables. Why the heck not? Let's get this going as well. We already have a light for the printing pod, but we don't have a light for this station here. Now, I would like to steer this a little bit better with duplicant sensors. Right now, we still need to do the research into that. Luckily, this is a very early research duplicant motion sensor, so as soon as a duplicant walks nearby the sensor, we can activate the lights. This way, we avoid wasting power, and we also don't unnecessarily heat up the base with the lamps. When it comes to care packages, I don't really want to accept any clothing. I would like to craft all the clothing myself or find it in the playthrough. So we're gonna reject this since I don't want to take any more duplicants. Nice. Research already completed. That was the automation stuff. Very good. Though in order to do that, we need to process our first cobalt ore. So let's just wait for this to actually happen. Oh, this is actually looking good. We collected all of the polluted water, so I can go ahead and create some mud to dirt and water. This is great. So we don't only get water, we also get dirt. Okay. Nisbet, you don't have to prove yourself anymore. I believe in you once again. Good job. Maybe just calm down a little bit. We got enough refined materials for our first motion sensors. Now let me see. We might want to attach it. There's not really enough space to attach it properly. I might get away putting it here. It doesn't really have to look good for the time being. I just want things to get rolling. So we can have a motion sensor here and there, and then maybe here and there. It's a little bit of a waste. The finalized worker base is going to be thought out a little bit better. Furthermore, I need some automation wire going to each of the lamps. You know what? With the space left here, I think I'm going to add another jumbo battery. That's certainly not going to be an issue for a while, though I need to be careful not to seep too much heat from the rock crusher. We might actually want to move it over to the right side because it won't matter for the rooms nearby. Another achievement, automate a building. Sure thing. And we can see this is working. The ceiling lights are turning on when Jean is eating and turning off when they're gone. Okay, nice. Jean is making use of the sludge press for the first time, and we do get some water that we can actually pump up using the pitcher pump. We can also see hovering over Amari that he's enjoying a lit workspace and therefore the eating is not taking as much time. I'm gonna print myself some omelets. That actually sounds nice for a change. We got the It's Not Raw achievement, have a duplicant eat any cooked meal. Of course, that was from the printing pod, so I don't really feel extremely proud about this achievement. Something else I would like to research now are the fire poles. Slowly but surely we are going to benefit from being able to slide down quicker. I want to keep exploring towards the top here a little bit, maybe still avoiding the slime when we can. Then just making my way over here and there. There's actually the second part of the supply teleporter. And then there's still all of this polluted water on the right side. We might want to just dribble it down into our existing pool. Let's maybe wait until we excavated the bottom part as well. Right now we're still digging up the occasional plants. Let's actually see if we can start setting up a secondary farm. I think I want to add a bottle emptier here, and for now I'm actually going to limit the size of the liquid storage. I was thinking a little bit too big for our starter colony. We also completed another research, so I got access to my fire poles. Let me see, I want to have them on the left side of the ladder shaft because here I always have the rooms, and on the right side I usually have some space in order to set up the tubes. So this should be going all the way down here and also all the way up, like so. Whoop, maybe not that high. The bottle emptier here is gonna be liquid water let me see, where did we have that previously? Yeah, we already took that apart. So now we have a replacement and we can mop this up once we build this part here, I guess. Looks like we have another skill point here for Meep. We're gonna go right into improved carrying too, and then we're gonna go down the tidying path. I think I already found our next duplicant. That is going to be our pilot. May right here, radiation eater, converts radiation exposure into calories, which is absolutely amazing for someone traveling space. Immune to food poisoning will also be useful, I guess, and pacifist, not very advantageous, but probably good. 3 strength and 3 piloting, and for now we can just utilize them to take on the tasks nobody does. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it. Now we do have enough plants. Okay, I shouldn't worry. We now have 5 duplicants. Let's copy the settings here and set up another bog bucket farm. To be able to supply the farm, however, I think I'm gonna open up this space here and remove all of that, and then we can just set up another pitcher pump. Actually, the table here is going to be slightly in the way. That's not good. So instead, we're going to go through here and down there. This is also going to allow us to access these plants, but we cannot get through the slime. Okay, different plan then. We go up here and then open this up, and now we have the space to set up another pitcher pump. I just want to very consciously dig my first slime when I'm ready. This is why I'm so careful. May, for the time being, it's just going to remain in the first schedule. And in terms of priorities, let me see. We're just gonna have everything at default, maybe even farming. They can just help out. And then, of course, eventually rocketry is gonna be the highest priority. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. And also, we have already a bed, but we do need another mess table. Looks like we ran out of polluted water already. That means I need to speed this plan up a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. There it is already. Wow, okay, that went fast. Thank you, May, for helping out. It looks like something changed about their sleeping habits. I still need to observe that, but usually when they get to sleep, even if they cross the line where there is no bedtime anymore, they usually don't get up. But it could be that with a recent update, this behavior changed, and of course that would mean they don't get enough sleep. But she stood up here, Nisbet, with 87% stamina, and that might actually be enough to get her through the entire day. So I just have to observe it. Maybe they sleep up to a certain stamina point, which would be even better than sleeping all the way through. Well, totally forgot that May already has a skill point. We should probably get into rocket piloting. Let's first do improved carrying. We're gonna need that out of the way. As for Jean, it might be useful to be able to use the material study terminal very soon, so I'm just gonna unlock that as well. To pay the bills, use a duplicate skill points to buy out an entire branch of the skill tree. Dude, we got another duplicant I'm really interested in cooking. Layra right here also comes with critter ranching. We could maybe make use of that. Let me think. Nah, she's gonna be busy full-time with the cooking. Is it too early though? I'm really scared that if I wait, I'm not gonna get a cook for a long time. Can we support 5 duplicants? Well, technically it's 6 duplicants because of the 2 bottomless stomach guys. That means we already need 6,000 kilocalories a day. You know what? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna wait. I'm pretty sure we're gonna come across another one. Let's just print out the choya seeds instead. I think you can only get those via the printing pod. Good, I left the game running for a little bit and it seems my dupes are just living their life. Everything is fine. Amari just got his new skill point, which is why I'm tuning back in. I'm probably gonna get the critter ranching out of the way, so then we can focus on other skills as well. Maybe now it's also time to dive into the ranching research. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and maybe right afterwards we're gonna go for the refrigerator as well, so we can keep our food fresh for even longer. Our sleeping duplicants are spending most of their time in carbon dioxide, which is something I would like to change. The airflow tiles give out a very bad decor value. One thing we can do is only add the tiles on the right side, but I'm a symmetry lunatic. So I think what I'm gonna do is leave 2 spaces free, then 3 spaces with airflow tiles, and that should be enough to get things down. And I'm just gonna rinse and repeat that for all levels. Yay, Nisbet with another skill point. What should we do? How much morale do we have? More than enough. So I think she's gonna benefit most from improved carrying. Yeah, definitely a good choice. Before I close this off, I want to make my way over here towards the mushrooms. And at this point, I feel like also establishing a mushroom farm rather than supplying another row of bog buckets. Mushrooms will require carbon dioxide and slime. Slime we should be having quite a bit. However, making sure we also get enough carbon dioxide is another topic. I still think we should be able to get things started here. Let's try to do it over here eventually, but first I want to get rid of this shebang here. And then now that we accumulated a little bit of water, we can make some storage bins that will be submerged, in which we store the slime and maybe even polluted dirt at some point. While the polluted dirt here doesn't off-gas any germs, so we don't have any germ issues. However, once we dig up the slime, it is gonna off-gas, and with all the polluted oxygen we have going on, this would result in all of our duplicants getting sick quite immediately. So I have to do this extremely carefully, or maybe even prevent the polluted dirt from off-gassing this way. I mean, technically we have enough with just this one sublimation station. It surely can support 5 or more duplicants. Yeah, I think it's gonna be in my interest to try to eliminate all of the polluted oxygen inside the base. So I'm gonna try to get rid of that polluted dirt and maybe then even use, let me see, we didn't unlock that yet. So that could be another research to do, namely the smart storage for the automatic dispenser. So we could be using that in order to ship the polluted dirt to a specific place. Right now we unlocked the grooming station that we could place here together with the shearing station. I don't think we actually need that, but what we're gonna need is a critter drop-off point here and possibly a critter feeder. I never did the SLUGS, so everything I have to do on this planetoid is kind of out of the norm for me. However, now we should be able to wrangle it up, and if I speed up the critter drop-off point, then I can dedicate them to be dropped off in this room. And holy cow, my rancher is actually doing a great job. This is the first time he even had to do ranching. There's my critter drop-off point, and we want to drop off the SLUGS and sluglets. There it is, going right here, and it's moving up in order to start producing power. Right here, 400 watts. All we have to do is hook up the cable here and possibly get it through the entire room. Yeah, let's just connect it. Currently we have 665 watts on this cable, so plenty to spare. However, it would be nice to supplement this with a bunch of batteries. I'm just gonna build them on the top here because I don't want the heat to seep through too much. And then I'm just gonna bring this all the way up, connect these batteries, and the SLUGS can hopefully do their thing. Now let me change this a little bit so it is connected to the outside. There is my grooming station, and of course Amari is going to town right away, grooming the critter, or maybe going to sleep. Either way is good for me. I think I just remembered that the SLUGS actually eat ore, which is not good. Yeah, they want cobalt ore or gold amalgam, and this is just too precious to me. So let's just see what happens if we don't feed them. We still might be able to get some power out of them, even if it might be half or whatever the penalty is gonna be. I'm now also gonna add a bunch of airflow tiles here, and on this level as well, going all the way down. Lots of bog buckets to harvest. I kind of feel like at the moment we have too many plants. Yeah, I might get away uprooting a bunch of them. 40 kilograms of polluted water is quite a bit thinking about it. And I don't want to overproduce just to spoil them. Research completed. What was I going for? Auto sweeper? Nope. Ah, the automatic dispenser. Yes, indeed. What do we want to do with it? We want to prevent polluted dirt from off-gassing where we don't want it. So maybe over here we're gonna have a polluted water storage. Let's just set it up here on the edge. This would be the edge. And I guess I also would like to set up 2 pitcher pumps there. We could then have another sludge press over here, which of course then would be producing the polluted water. It is nighttime, and look at that, we're getting 400 watts out of these bastards. And of course right now they are charging up my batteries. Hopefully we have enough batteries to last us a daytime, and of course because they are in the cold, they're not gonna have a bad influence on everything. Okay, nice. I have to say, I'm pretty happy about this. The next time we might be able to tackle the slime because we get rid of all the polluted oxygen inside the base. And then soon enough, it's time for some thimbleweed farming and then getting the atmosuit. We also need to discover the second planetoid and see what kinds of resources we find over there. But with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Have a great time and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.